First of all, I would like to congratulate 3IE for making 10 years. Congratulations and happy birthday. Uganda has definitely been part of this journey because we are one of the partners that came on board almost immediately, because it's about 9 years since we forged this partnership. So we know the story very well, and we've seen you grow bigger and broader in scope, and that is very, very encouraging. So keep it up. And these are some of the partnerships that have worked for Uganda. For almost a decade now, Uganda has made vast improvements in the whole of government performance assessment, which we coordinate. And I would like to say what the biggest motivator for the Office of the Prime Minister to do M&E is just two simple reasons. The Office of the Prime Minister is responsible for coordinating government business and coordinating the implementation of government programs and projects. Now, if you are coordinating and you are responsible for the answering questions, especially in Parliament, on how government has performed, you had better have evidence. So that's how the M&E function at the Office of the Prime Minister is very, very strong, and we are happy with the forging more and more alliances, because these alliances have enabled us to institutionalize M&E not only in the Office of the Prime Minister, but government-wide. And one of the features of institutionalizing has been the M&E policy, which was developed quite a while ago, and the M&E policy has been followed by an implementation plan. So that way we have institutionalized the M&E government-wide. We also work very closely with networks in country, like universities, like the Association of Evaluators, then out of the country, like CLEAR, like Twendembele, like 3IE, of course, and others. So these networks have helped in building capacity, additional capacity, and these alliances, that's my next slide. We have had a lot of training conducted for staff, but also for other people in the network, like the academia, the NGOs. They have been part of this journey at home, that whenever we have a training, they are all on board, both government staff and academia and other networks coming together to train together and to build the evaluation network, make it strong. We have had, at very high policy level, we have had study tours which have brought home lessons from Colombia, from Mexico, from many other countries which we have visited, and we've brought home those lessons to build into or to strengthen our own evaluation. 3IE has also contributed a lot of quality assurance, and this has been very good, because for all the evaluations that we undertake, 3IE is on board. So we have an additional eye, we have had an additional professional arm that helps in ensuring that we have quality work out there. The policy window of government has now had 13 ongoing impact evaluation studies, and this is excellent, it's unprecedented. So, the journey on institutionalizing has also had a government, what we call a government evaluation facility established. And the government evaluation facility is interesting in the sense that it encourages demand-driven evaluations. So what do I mean? Ministries apply to Office of the Prime Minister when they have an issue of concern. When they have an area of concern, they apply for an evaluation to be conducted in that area. So for example, now we have an evaluation which is going on universal primary education. It's a policy that has been there for quite a long time, about 20 years. But now the Minister of Education decided, okay, let's stop here and see. let's check ourselves, let's have a study done. And this is going to inform that policy going forward. We have also developed a database on evaluation, and I've shared with you the where to find that. Then we have what we call the Uganda Policy Window, which is our own initiative, and I chair those committee meetings which focus on evidence programs since 2015. Then we also have evaluation subcommittees comprising of academia, donors, government, and other network and civil society organizations. And this provides oversight and technical guidance to any evaluation study that is being done. We have hosted many of you for our annual evaluation week, and that has now been institutionalized. Almost every year we have. And this is a good bang that policymakers also are called in to appreciate the work that is going on, but also to appreciate evaluation. Alliances that we have built are both internal and external, and externally, Twendembele I've already mentioned, Afria, CLEAR. Then internally, we have built our strong partnerships, especially with the universities and civil society organizations. What are the benefits gained through collaboration? One of the biggest benefits is that the evaluation that we had on the Poverty Eradication Action Plan resulted into the National Development Plan in Uganda, and that was the first. The first National Development Plan in Uganda was basically arrived at after a very comprehensive study of the Poverty Eradication Plan that we had running for almost 15 years. And then after that, we have now a very well-informed National Development Plan. In fact, we have National Development Plan 2. The other benefit is that we have had a process evaluation on the public sector organizations. The public sector organizations, we wanted to see the work of those public sector organizations. These are organizations which are semi-autonomous, sometimes called parastatals. And one of the findings was that there is a lot of duplication with existing government departments. There was a lot of resource wastage. So we needed to review this before even we went into an impact evaluation. The process evaluation brought these pointers, and immediately the head of state, the president said, let's stop and let's re-examine ourselves and the public sector organizations that exist. Which ones should we collapse? Which ones should we merge? Which ones should go? So already that is a benefit in the sense that because impact evaluations I know take a long time, but at least we have some indications which help us take a decision, and the head of state picks on those decisions. Now, we also now have many higher institutions of higher learning that are offering courses on M&E, which has not been the case before. We have been training people on job and also having mid-career trainings, workshops, people coming to meetings like this to learn on M&E. But now, in country, we have institutions that are offering M&E, and that is another advantage, a benefit gained through these collaborations. What are the challenges? Challenges: funding is limited to support the M&E process. Then the utilization of findings is also another issue. Then the capacity gap is limited. We have some, but we need to be stronger. I'll give an example. When the tools we use in monitoring, not in evaluation, but in monitoring in government, we are being challenged. When you make an assessment and then the results, everybody sees themselves and as poor performers, then they start shooting at the messenger. So the tool was being challenged, and we thought, okay, let's have an external person to come and say a word about this tool. I thought I would see Howard here. So we called in Howard, and Howard White. He came in and actually addressed our cabinet on the monitoring function of Uganda as one of the best in the whole of Africa, and that helped. So the capacity issues, yes, they are limited, and we need to strengthen those. In conclusion, as a lesson, the alliance 3IE has had with government is very strategic and has benefited a broader spectrum of beneficiaries and the population. And we have had a very good and successful journey as government with the 3IE and other allies. And this has undoubtedly sparked off many other alliances, and this will improve our evidence-based decision making. I thank you very much.